This is my Phantom wallet, and as you can see, I am nearly at $400,000. Now, how did I get this money? It was not through trading, it was through deving. And if you'd like to do the same thing, watch this video, and I'm going to show you a simple step-by-step method that allowed me to consistently dev profitable coins using one website. This video is for educational purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Your capital is still at risk. I'm just here to explain how the process works. We're going to get to the method in just a moment, but first let's take a look at one of the coins that are live on the markets at the moment. This one's quite interesting. It has an initial bump up right at the start, and then there's just this dead period before it really kicks up later on down the line. And one of the things that makes this method great is it doesn't take this much time to make any serious money. Of course, this is a coin that's been running just over a week from the looks of it, but this 2-day period is the only point that matters, right? Now, you know, if I were running this coin, if I were trading on this coin, would I have the faith to sit through that really long dead period thinking there may be a big kick up right at the end? And you know, fact of the matter is, you just don't know. Whereas using the method that I will show you, you can ensure that your money is going to be coming in green. You will have positive P&Ls all the time. There will be no red in your P&L whatsoever using the method I'm about to show you. We take a lot of the risk out of the game entirely by using a site called createcoin.fun. Now, this is a platform that allows us to launch our own coins, and all we need is a little bit of Solana, and the best part is you don't need to know how to code. There is no coding required. That is createcoin.fun. This is a platform that takes all of the difficult parts away from you and just leaves you with the simple functions that you need to get your coin onto the market. So most of the time beforehand, you would need to code your own coin and get it up there yourself. Now CreateCoin does all the hard work for you. So one of the things we should talk about is the kinds of markets that are available. So the pump market is by far the busiest market out there at the moment. And the problem with that is, if you launch on pump, you're going to be competing against 10,000 other coins that have launched at the exact same time as you have, on top of all the ones that already exist. And really, it's only the established coins that do well. Let's switch on to dynamic on terminal. We can look at the Matora market. Now, it's a different story here because the sort of success rate is spread a lot better here. There's a lot more coins that get higher market caps into the hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, you know, or even, unlike most on pump, just breaking past the 1K barrier. Now, back to createcoin.fun. We are going to have a look at my Phantom wallet here, where I've got just over $100. This is roughly the amount I'd recommend. Around $100 is what you'll need just to get yourself going. Connect wallet, hit Phantom, good to go so far. Now, if you were making a coin from scratch, you would pop in a name, you'd give it a symbol, and you'd give it an image, and you'd link it up to some kind of narrative, or, you know, a TV series or a film or a song or an artist or whatever, right? But we aren't going to do any of that, because having your own coin from scratch takes a lot of work, because you need to market it, you need to establish it as a concept. We're not going to do that. We are going to hit the copy trending button. Now, this is a really interesting feature on createcoin.fun. What it does is it scours the pump market and finds the coins that are doing really well. So if you take one of these coins and copy it over to the Matora market, you have got a coin that is already a proven concept, has already done well in a more hospitable market, and you are going to put it into a market that has more advantages. So these are two of the three compounding factors that make this method work. So you can see here, you've got their market caps, when they were last paired, etc. If you don't like any of the coins available, you can hit refresh and see what else comes up. Now, I tend to pick these mostly by vibes, but you know, we can take, why don't we take this one? Let's look at the first ever meme coin. Why not? So decent market cap, wasn't paired too long ago. Let's have a look. So initially you get request blocked. So you need to hit proceed, confirm, tick that box, and hit confirm again. So all this is much like when you sign up to any site that has anything to do with trading or meme coins. It's just you acknowledging that your capital is at risk. So we have created our token, okay? But now it's not worth anything. We need to actually give it some value. So the way we do that is we create a liquidity pool. You're going to open up this menu here, and as you can see, we've got our coin there, and we've got the amount of tokens available. This information is great, but it's of no use to us at the moment. The only thing we need to worry about is the amount of Solana. So what we're going to do is we're going to go onto this box, and we're going to put in 0.2 Solana. That is the amount that has worked for me every single time. 0.2 Solana. It's, you know, always got me very consistent results. You can go more or you can go less, but I would always recommend 0.2 Solana. Okay, so we're going to create that pool there, confirm the transaction, and then our token will have a value attached to it. So there's our token there. So there's one more step before we get onto Dex Screener and see how well this performs. You can see we've got our pooled SOL, tokens, and value currently sitting at 1471 in terms of our estimated value. The next step, and this is the most crucial, is hitting the lightning bolt button and boosting your token. This is the secret sauce that makes this method work so well. What we're doing here is we're spending a little bit more of our Solana to put our coin to the top of Dex Screener's trending list. Now, what this does is it puts you in front of a lot of bots and a lot of trend traders, right, that will click without thinking too much about it. And this is the initial activity that's going to get our coin rolling and get other people interested. This is why these coins can pick up very quickly. This is our third compounding factor. So make sure you spend that extra 0.25 Sol to really make this method pop off, okay? Because otherwise you are going to be waiting for a really long time. So let's boost our coins there and let's hit confirm. Right, now we are good to go. We're going to have a look on Dex Screener and see how well our coin performs. So initial starts obviously at 0. You can see here we are live on the Matora market here, and already initial boosts, massive organic purchases of our coin have gone up straight away. Market cap already at 2.7k. That's fantastic. We've burst past most of what's on pump, especially within the opening hour of them being live on market. Look at our liquidity. We're at 1.8k. This is all fantastic, guys. So I won't really run this for very long. You can choose to run this however you want. Most may run the full hour. I typically only run this for a couple of minutes tops, and we will cut back to createcoin.fun very shortly. So here we are. We're back on createcoin.fun now, and you can see our old estimated value. I've hit refresh, and we're going to see how much that value has jumped up. Now, I make money on these coins, and I always like to give something back to the community. So if you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment, you can be put into a prize draw where you could win 50% of what I make on this coin. So let's have a look. 1.18k, guys. We've turned $14 into over $1,000 in just under a minute. That's how quickly this method can turn around. Hit confirm once you've removed all that liquidity, and that goes straight into your Phantom wallet there. $100 has turned into 1,182. You have got to get on this method because for me, it is working every single time.